Coming up in this episode of Auto Show TV, we get our first look at the all-new Volvo XC60 from Stein, Gould in Pawtucket. Plus, comparing pickups with Elmwood. Also, big things are happening at Taska Lincoln in Cranston. And comparing two terrific SUV crossovers, the CR-V and HR-V at Saku Chi. All that and more next on Auto Show TV.
That was great. Where do we want to go from there?
It's Auto Show TV.
Good morning. Welcome to Auto Show TV. This morning I'm John Coletto. So you want and or need a new pickup. A lot of possibilities out there. Ram is an excellent choice. A little bit later on in the show, we're going to be talking about selecting the right pickup for your needs. But first, we start off at Taska. We're visiting here at the flagship of Taska Automotive in Cranston. And you know, everybody thinks of Ford when they think of Taska, but really if you go back in Taska's history, you find the Lincoln brand. And Carl Taska Jr., you've got some milestones to celebrate when it comes to Lincoln.
Absolutely, John. We're celebrating our 46th year as a Lincoln dealer. It started in Seekonk, Massachusetts. We were Taska Lincoln Mercury.
Sure.
We're also celebrating the 15th anniversary of the grand opening of our flagship store here in Cranston, where we're shooting this wonderful spot.
And this is a beautiful showroom.
Thank you. The showroom is not even a year old yet. We reinvested in the Lincoln brand. We believe so much in it that we spent a good amount of money to give our customers the finest Lincoln showroom on the East Coast with all the sales and the service support. But we're also, speaking of milestones, we're celebrating our 35th year of the Taska pre-trade program. That was my grandfather's short-term trade cycle. It was the first time a dealer offered a short-term leasing solution to a customer in a showroom. So we partnered with Half a Car, Eustace Wolfington, a great friend of our family, and Ford Credit to make that happen in 82. It's actually the month I was born, July of 82, so I'm as old as pre-trade, so I guess everyone knows I'm 35 now. And then finally, we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Lincoln Navigator, and we're gonna celebrate that in style. Lincoln is coming out with the all-new Navigator. We're probably gonna start seeing them around January, but for anyone who's driven an Escalade or any other large SUV, just make plans to buy a Lincoln because it's going to be the most dominant vehicle, perhaps in the history of the class, John. So a lot of interesting things going on. We're very excited about the brand. We've been a Lincoln dealer for a very long time, through the highs and the lows. And I can tell you now, between the best-in-class product, the powertrains, the safety, the design, the investment we've made in facility, and we still have the same great team that we've had, you know, throughout the decades. It's probably the best time to come and look at Lincoln. You will not be disappointed.
Well, when I was a teenager, I had a friend who had a black Continental from the early 60s with the suicide doors, and that was amazing to drive around in. Those were the days.
No question. It's been a long time, I think, since an American manufacturer has made a cool luxury sedan, but the Continental really is outstanding, outstanding styling. I mean, it has presence. It has gravitas when it pulls up to 400 horsepower, latest in twin turbo, direct injection technology, all-wheel drive, best-in-class interior, all the amenities, and for tens of thousands of dollars less than some of the competitors. And perhaps the greatest seal of approval, two of the most discerning car people I know, my Uncle Dave and my father, both drive Continentals, and they have yet to complain. They will eventually, because that's how they are. But they have yet to complain about the cars. It really is an outstanding vehicle. And once you drive it, you can appreciate the value. You look at the sticker price and you'll say, oh, it's not an inexpensive car. For what you get, perhaps it is.
And if that's a little too big, you've got the MKZ.
The MKZ offers a couple different things that make it very unique. It's a very versatile car. The entry-level one, which still comes with heated leather seats, sync, all-wheel drive, turbocharged engine, is less per month to lease or pre-trade than a Toyota Camry with cloth seats. Now, if you want to go upscale, the top-of-the-line Z comes with the same 400 horsepower engine as the Continental. So when you put 400 horsepower in a car that weighs significantly less, you get one of the better performing vehicles we sell in our whole company.
But you also have two crossovers that are terrific and big sellers.
When Lincoln wanted to have their renaissance, they invested in what people want, crossovers and SUVs. They came out with the redone MKX originally, best-in-class powertrain, best-in-class fuel economy, a lot of room, which is great. And then they went to the MKC, which is our best-selling Lincoln. Half of all the Lincolns we sell are MKCs. My mother-in-law.
This one right here behind you.
Yes, this vehicular masterpiece right here.
It is.
But this vehicle offers what I like to call best-in-class packaging. It's not the biggest, it's not the fastest. It's not the most fuel efficient, but it does everything so well that when you put it together, it's the best value by far. And when you look at this monthly payment, and I promised my father I wouldn't give payments on the television, but when you look at this vehicle, this costs less to lease than a Honda CR-V. And Lincoln leases include property tax. And one thing I will say, and this is something that you will not get anywhere else other than a Ford or a Lincoln dealer. When you lease a car, let's say when you lease a Honda, the payment doesn't include property tax, and depending on where you live, John, you get a bill. And if you live in Providence, I think it's $78 per thousand you pay in property tax. That's a lot of money on a $40,000
On the value of the vehicle.
Exactly. $30,000 car, do the math, a lot of money. Lincoln and Ford, you pay off kind of a state average mix, so it's $12.50 per thousand. So you're paying less on this $40,000 Lincoln than you would on, let's say, a $20,000 Toyota. When you factor that in, you will literally, in the first 3 years of leasing a Lincoln versus another import or another luxury car, you'll save $3,000 to $5,000.
But bottom line on the Lincoln brand, if people are in the market now for a luxury sedan or a luxury SUV crossover, they really should put Lincoln on their radar.
Absolutely. You have, I like to think, best-in-class styling. You have best-in-class powertrains. Lincoln doesn't make a slow car, which is kind of a cool thing to say in my family, because the first thing we say is the car needs more horsepower. You have what I like to think you have the best dealer in the state with the brand. You have a phenomenal facility. And I think there's some type of peace of mind to doing business with someone who's had the brand for 46 years. You know, if we weren't good at it, I think we'd know by now. Yeah. And we have a lot of because Lincoln is our most loyal brand. We retain about 90% of our customers.
So if you are interested in any of these beautiful Lincoln products, come down here to the Taska flagship on Pontiac Avenue in Cranston, where?
You will be satisfied.
Said the man in the purple sport coat.
This is our truck segment here this morning on Auto Show TV. Dennis Freeman from Elmwood Auto Group. What have you got for us today?
Today we're going to talk about the 2017 Ram 1500 and also our line of work trucks starting with the 2500.
Well, I know guys, Dennis, either want a truck or need a truck or both, and you have trucks for everybody. But putting the customer in the right truck seems easy, but it may not be. Can you talk about that process?
You're 100% right, John. Lining up the right truck with the customer's needs is very important. And with as many trucks and models as we have, that at times can be difficult, but we're the experts and we make it happen. And let's face it, for years, trucks were trucks. They rode like trucks, the gas mileage was poor, and you wouldn't want to be seen after work hours in your work truck. But today's trucks are just as nice as some high-end luxury cars, and with a quick rinse, you can take that out to dinner or even a wedding for that matter. But let's talk about the capability of these trucks. So we start with our light-duty Ram 1500, which is for that weekend warrior. Maybe the guy who, Mr. Homeowner who likes a truck for its functionality, to move things, or even a construction worker who's not towing something extremely heavy or, needs a heavy payload.
And with the 1500, you can go really base, or you can really go loaded up like this Laramie here.
You can, John. There's a truck for everybody in the 1500. You can start off with a base model V6, or you can load it up all the way to a Laramie, Laramie Limited, or Laramie Longhorn, depending on your wants and needs. And in the Laramie, and even the Bighorn model, which is a step down from the Laramie, you're going to find options like heated seats, heated steering wheel, front and rear parking sensors, lane departure warning, 19 speaker sound systems. The list goes on. And the technology as far as safety in these vehicles is unparalleled.
And just the look, I mean, you've got the chrome, you've got the side steps. I mean, it's a gorgeous truck.
I'm a little biased, Sean, but this is the best looking truck on the road. It really is. I watch every vehicle that drives by me on a regular basis just because that's my thing.
Yeah.
But this is a gorgeous looking truck.
How about towing capability?
Towing capability, great question. On the Ram 1500 with the Hemi engine, the Ram tows over 10,000 pounds.
That's really good.
Again, very impressive. And with the 3.0 Eco Diesel engine, which is a class exclusive diesel engine that's very popular in Europe, you can tow over 12,000 pounds with that motor.
Okay. Now let's move up to the 2500.
This is the Ram 2500 regular cab with an 8-foot bed. And again, in the work truck segment, we have the 2500, 3500, we have a 45 and 5500 dump with several different bed lengths. But let's talk about the 2500 just for a minute. In the 2500, you can get 3 motors, the 5.7 Hemi, the 6.4 Hemi, or the legendary 6.7 Cummins diesel. That motor will tow a house. That's the power plant in the heavy-duty trucks. So you can equip them as basic as you want with vinyl floors, and you can go as loaded as you want with extended cabs, crew cabs. Every customer has different wants and different needs, and it may be strictly a work truck, it may be strictly a personal truck, and it may do a little bit of both. I have a lot of general contractors, owners, presidents of companies that they like the 25 or 3500 truck.
As we like to say, an office on wheels.
You're 100% right, it is an office on wheels.
Now I want to ask you about leasing these trucks, because if you're going to ding them up and you're hauling rocks every day, well, you shouldn't lease because you're going to bring it back at the end of the lease kind of roughed up, and it's all about condition. So should you lease or no?
There's an open-end lease and a closed-end lease. A closed-end lease is a lease that you know at the end what it's worth and what you can buy it out for. If you choose to buy it out, it's yours, you own it. If not, you walk away and you release another one. A open-end lease is a lease to buy, which if you're gonna do a lot of mileage or maybe ding up the truck a little bit,
right,
then you can lease to own. And then at that point, mileage won't matter. So there's several different options. And again, that's why we like to sit down with the customer and determine what their needs are and find a package that works for them.
So Dennis, as guys are doing their research on buying or leasing their next pickup truck, why Ram, not somebody else?
In today's day and age, everybody makes a great truck and a great product, but I encourage all of my potential customers to do their research, and they'll find that we have a lot of class exclusives, we have a lot of best-in-class features, we have legendary drivetrains, class exclusive drivetrains, and I see these trucks coming back with hundreds of thousand miles on them. And who you buy from is just as important as what you buy. And here at Elmwood Auto Group, we are the truck experts. And not only are we the truck experts, but we were Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row, the only dealership to go back to back. And I'd like to invite everybody who may be interested in a new or used truck to come down to Elmwood Auto Group for our summer clearance event and get a great deal.
Next up, the all-new Volvo XC60. It's a beauty. You're watching Autoshow TV.
The official auto loan provider of Autoshow TV is Navigant Credit Union for all your new, used, and classic car and truck financing needs.
You love everything about your new ride. It smells so good. But maybe you could be paying a little less for it. It's not too late, you know. Let Navigant Credit Union take a look at your rate. We could help you refinance and maybe save you a little every month. What could you do with the extra money? Road trip, maybe? Navigant Credit Union. Enjoy life's journey.
At Anchor Subaru, we've been busy working on our future, which makes us think about our past. Anchor started as a repair shop in Lincoln, Rhode Island, and quickly gained a reputation as the place to go for reliable repairs and a great used car. In 1995, we moved to North Smithfield and started Anchor Subaru. Along the way, we added Anchor Nissan and over 100 employees. And now, 30 years later, we're rewriting our history. After years of planning, our all-new state-of-the-art Subaru facility is now open. Enjoy our climate-controlled indoor service check-in, luxurious comfortable waiting lounge, the latest in equipment and technology for your Subaru, and express service for your busy schedule. Plus, browse the latest Subaru models in our beautiful new showroom. To our thousands of longtime customers who have become such a big part of our lives, and to our new customers who we can't wait to welcome into the Anchor family, we built this for you, and we hope you enjoy it. The all-new Anchor Subaru. It's not just a Subaru dealership. It's the Subaru destination in southern New England.
No one wants to get into an accident, but if you do, Belize Collision Repair is here for you. We make the repair process quick and easy. Our state-of-the-art facilities and top-of-the-line equipment allow us to restore your vehicle to pre-accident condition, no matter the make and model or whether you bought from Belize or not. With repair facilities in Warwick and West Warwick, Belize Collision Repair is convenient and reliable. From minor dings to major collision damage, we're here to repair your car and peace of mind. Come see for yourself why more people go Belize at our collision repair centers.
So here it is, Volvo's latest complete redesign. It's the much anticipated 2018 XC60 SUV crossover. And we want to thank our friends at Stein, Gould, Volvo in Pawtucket for letting us take this one out this morning. I got to tell you, this new Volvo XC60 is impressive in so many ways. Now, you remember a couple of years ago, Volvo introduced to us the XC90. Well, this is the little brother, the XC60, a smaller to mid-size SUV crossover. And once again, that refined Scandinavian design is very easy on the eyes. This new 2018 XC60 boasts a lot of the new Volvo stylings. The now recognizable vertical slotted front grille with the signature Thor's Hammer LED daytime running lights, stylish lines, and a long hood. And Michael Bernardo at Stein Gould wants you to see this one in particular. This is the top of the line, the T6 Inscription. It comes with 20-inch tires and a variety of wheels to choose from. It also has a gorgeous panoramic roof, as you can see, plus roof rails. Plus, of course, the power lift gate with the key fob that also has the nice hands-free foot activated feature. The new XC60 is about 4.5 inches shorter than the big brother, the XC90, but it's about 3.5 inches longer and about 4 inches wider than the previous generation XC60. All trim levels come in all-wheel drive as standard, 5-passenger, and the trim levels start with the T5 Momentum as the base and go all the way up to this one, the T6 Inscription. And the difference in price between the base and the top-of-the-line T6 Inscription like this one is only about $7,000. And coming soon, there will be an XC60 T8, which will be a plug-in hybrid. This T6 Inscription comes with a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder turbo and supercharged engine that provides over 300 horsepower. It's an 8-speed automatic, and it does come with start-stop technology. Of course, the wonderful Scandinavian design and thoughtfulness really comes through here in the interior. Take a look. It's bright, upscale. The driftwood inlays, as you can see, are really nice. Ginormous vertical touchscreen. It's intuitive and easy to use. And it's plenty roomy and comfortable. And that brings us to these amazing seats. They're like the seats in the XC90 and S90 sedan, precisely created for comfort and safety. They even have a whiplash prevention design. Beautiful Napa leather, memory driver's seat. They can be heated, ventilated, and come with the front seat extensions and power lumbar. This vehicle is worth it for the seats alone. And there's plenty of room for second-row passengers. The rear seats are split folding seats. And cargo room is 63.3 cubic feet. That's a lot for a vehicle in this class. In the T6 Inscription, you get 4-zone climate, Sensus navigation, and a powerful 330-watt audio system. And available is a 360-degree surround camera and head-up display with driver info projected right onto the windshield that's easy for the driver to see. Plus, there's driver mode settings, and not a lot of cluster and buttons, as you can see. It's all laid out so simply, and all the driver info you need appears in the large center display. And of course, it's a Volvo. They never skimp on safety. Airbags everywhere, automatic braking, city safety collision avoidance, lane departure, rear collision warning, so much help to prevent a crash, and plenty of high-strength materials throughout the vehicle to protect occupants in the event of a crash. This all-new Volvo XC60 really is everything it was built to be. It'll provide you a wonderful experience every time you drive, from the luxury to the safety to the reliability. Volvo's done it again. And our thanks again to Stein Gould Volvo in Pawtucket. They now have these new XC60s in stock right now. So if you're interested, go down to Stein Gould, take one out for a test drive, ask some questions, do your research, and see for yourself.
Next, comparing the Honda CR-V versus the HR-V. You're watching Autoshow TV.
Buying a Hyundai? Good choice. Buying from Hyundai of Newport? Great choice. #1 dealer in New England for service satisfaction. #1 dealer in New England for customer loyalty. #1 dealer in customer reviews for Hyundai in Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Mass. Bringing the luxury car buying experience to Hyundai customers. Get more for less at Hyundai of Newport, a division of Priority Automotive Group.
Welcome to Elmwood Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Taunton Avenue in East Providence. Elmwood's success over the years is now its tradition, and it can be attributed a number of ways. an outstanding veteran sales team, superior vehicle service, great deals, and always putting the customer first. The Elmwood dealership had its beginnings in the early 60s at 220 Elmwood Avenue in Providence as New England Motors, and then Elmwood Dodge. In 1971, the business moved to its present location in East Providence. And in 1982, Paul Larchevêque purchased the dealership, and the tradition really began to grow. Today, the dealership and the legacy have been passed on to Paul's son, Jay Larchevêque, and Jay is hands-on in every way. He's at Elmwood every day to oversee the entire operation. Jay possesses a friendly and infectious personality that his staff and customers enjoy. Yeah, he gets it from his dad. Just check out the great reviews they get on DealerRater and Cars.com. And maybe the biggest testimonial is the thousands of customers who've come back again and again for their next car, truck, or SUV. Over the years, they've come to trust Elmwood. In addition, Elmwood can get you in a new or pre-owned vehicle even if your credit is challenged. They work with all credit situations. When it comes to your vehicle maintenance, Service Director Jim Verdoya and his team of highly skilled certified technicians take great pride in doing the job right, on time, and at a fair price. Whether it's an express lane oil change, scheduled maintenance, or a major repair. And Elmwood gives back to the community, including support to the Arc of Blackstone Valley, the Rhode Island Shriners, and the Gould Network, to name a few. Sales, service, financing, from owner Jay Larchevêque on down. Satisfied customers are a team effort at Elmwood Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. That's the Elmwood tradition.
You love everything about your new ride. It smells so good. But maybe you could be paying a little less for it. It's not too late, you know. Let Navigant Credit Union take a look at your rate. We could help you refinance and maybe save you a little every month. What could you do with the extra money? Road trip, maybe? Navigant Credit Union. Enjoy life's journey.
So you're in the market for an SUV crossover. If you're considering Honda, you certainly can't go wrong. They have 3 outstanding vehicles to choose from. We're going to look at 2 of them right now and compare them. This is Mike Meyer from Saku Chi Honda in Middletown. So everybody knows the CR-V. We're going to look at the CR-V against the little brother, the HR-V. And obviously the biggest difference, first of all, is size.
When comparing the CR-V and the HR-V, there's a couple of notable differences in overall size. One is that the CR-V is actually about 11 inches longer than its sibling, the HR-V. Most of the length you'll see difference between the CR-V and the HR-V is strictly for cargo space. However, HR-V, as we'll learn in a minute, has quite some different seating configurations that allow for more cubic feet and more passenger room.
Mike, as far as cargo space, that's a big consideration for people.
It certainly is, and when you consider the 2 vehicles, you'll notice that the HR-V boasts a 24 cubic foot cargo space area, while the CR-V has 39. When you're talking about folding the seats flat, the CR-V boasts 79 cubic feet of storage versus the 58 that comes with the HR-V.
And both vehicles provide the 60-40 split.
Yes, they do. Both vehicles do come with the 60-40 split as well if you needed to put one side down to extend, your cargo storage versus having both seats up.
Right. Now, let's talk about something the HR-V has that the CR-V doesn't, and that's the magic seat.
Yes, it is. So Honda's technology called the magic seat. Basically what that technology allows us to do is take the bottom part of the seat, fold it up, and it clips against the back part of the seat, which allows a flat storage space where you would normally have your passenger footroom. So it allows for quite a bit more space and storage when transporting things.
Mike, how about engine, gas mileage, performance, all of those important things?
The HR-V boasts a CVT transmission with a 141 horsepower engine behind it. They are mostly sold here in Rhode Island, all-wheel drive, although they do come in a front-wheel drive transmission, and they also have a option for a manual transmission.
But everybody wants all-wheel drive
Everybody
around
wants
here.
all-wheel drive, believe
Right.
me, so that's mostly what we sell.
Sure.
When considering the CR-V, there's a couple of different options. The first is the entry-level LX model CR-V comes with a 2.4-liter CVT engine. which gets gas mileage roughly somewhere between 26 and 32 on the highway. When you jump up to the 1.5 liter turbo model in the EX, you actually increase your gas mileage from that 26 to 28 and from that 32 to 34. So you get actually a little bit of better gas mileage with a stronger, turbocharged engine.
Yeah, and even though the CR-V is a little bigger vehicle than the HR-V, gas mileage is pretty close.
It is pretty close, I have to say. Honda's done a great job designing that 1.5 liter turbo engines to really maximize fuel efficiency.
Can both vehicles tow?
So it's interesting you mentioned that. While the CR-V has a tow ratio up to 1,500 pounds, the HR-V does not recommend a tow with it. However, the CR-V factory installed towing package tows up to 1,500 pounds quite simply.
How about the driver experience and all the creature comforts inside?
The HR-V and the CR-V both have standard features that drivers want these days. They have the 5-inch infotainment system that houses all of the Bluetooth connectivity and radio functionality that we look for these days. They also come standard with a backup camera. In addition to that, when you go ahead and go into the higher models of both the HR-V and the CR-V, with the HR-V you can add things like leather, a sunroof, satellite radio, that are becoming more and more prominent in what customers want in their vehicle. The higher models of the CR-V boast hands-free tailgate, as well as satellite link navigation, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto.
Safety is important, and both of these vehicles are incredibly safe vehicles for their passengers.
Yes, they are. Matter of fact, both these vehicles just earned the 2017 5-star safety rating.
Can't get better than that.
You really can't. Although the CR-V, in fact, has earned the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. The 2017 CR-V offers what we call the Honda Sensing Suite of technology. What that comes with is adaptive cruise control, allows you to set the cruise control and keep a safe distance between you and the car in front of you. It also boasts a lane keeping assist, which measures with a camera the width of the lane as you're driving and keeps you comfortably within that lane without drifting. They also offer road departure mitigation assistance. If for some reason you were to have a medical emergency or you were to fall asleep at the wheel, the vehicle will actually stop you from going off the road and pull you over safely without you even being aware.
Last thing, price.
Yeah, price is always a big consideration for folks these days. When you talk about the HR-V and its entry-level model, the LX, it starts roughly at $22,500.
For the all-wheel drive.
For the all-wheel drive,
Yep,
correct.
Which everybody wants.
Which everybody in this part of the country definitely
Right.
wants. When you move to the CR-V, your starting price is roughly closer to $26,000 and change. As you tier up the models, you'll notice that that difference, about $4,500 or so, stays the same until you reach the top level of the HR-V, the loaded model, with the leather, the sunroof, the navigation, is only $27,000 and change, which is still a great price point
terrific.
for everything you're
Yeah.
getting in that car.
Yeah.
When you move to the CR-V, you can move all the way up to the touring model, which gives you the hands-free rear tailgate, in addition to all the other safety features and infotainment features you may want in a luxury vehicle, and that prices out right around $35,000. And either way, whether you want to go with a base model or a higher end model or compare the CR-V to the HR-V, Saku Chi is a great place to come check it out. We have all these models here in stock, and we have very knowledgeable sales staff to go through each one of those models with you.
You know, these Ram trucks really are amazing. They're workhorses, plus with all the creature comforts and technology, worth checking out at Elmwood Auto Group in East Providence. Hey, thanks for watching this morning on Auto Show TV, and as we always say, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive, and watch out for motorcycles.
This has been Auto Show TV, produced in cooperation with AutoIntelligence. Thanks to our participating dealers and sponsors.